What up, though? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the Fresh Show. Man, what up, though, man? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Fresh Show. I'm your host, Brandon Fresh Dandridge. Yes. So let's get into it. I actually had recorded this show about 2 days ago, and come to find out when I got to the end of the show, I recorded like a whole 35-minute show and I didn't even have my damn mic on, bro. And that's the importance of doing a test recording before you uh go to record your podcast. So make sure you do that test recording. Hey, anyways, man, whoever you are, however you listening to this, man, please like, subscribe, share the show if you enjoy the show. Tell more folks about it. That's how we keep growing the show, reaching more people and whatnot. So just do that for me if you can. And I think I'm gonna stop saying that, by the way, because I just feel like if it's good material and it's good content, then eventually people gonna spread it. You know what I'm saying? People gonna want to tell people that, hey, you gotta check it out, or people gonna want to come on the show, which I already have plenty of people that always want to do that. It's just a matter about aligning the timing up. I'm an entrepreneur, so I kind of make my own schedule. So it's really on them, and that's the kind of reason why I've been really back committed to doing the podcast on my own and not relying on trying to get some people or whatever the case may be. Man, I know ain't nobody gonna stop my energy, ain't nobody gotta motivate me. So, but enough of that, enough of me. Let's hop into the show. So when I had recorded the show the other day, I had I had a whole title for it. I had a whole vibe going and everything. And I'm kind of feeling like it was a blessing in disguise that the show uh didn't have any sound to it. I feel like it was a blessing in disguise because I don't know if I really like my energy that I put out there on the other show. Like I feel like it was a more so, I don't want to say negative, you know what I mean, but it was a more like, it wasn't a bringing people together type of spirit or type of energy, which I hope to have when I put out the show. I said the key words hope to have, because you can't control everybody perception and how everybody receive everything. So it's only so much that you can do, right? And that's why I had went in titled the show offensive. Oh well, because it was like people can choose what they want to be offended by, and you kind of like hands up in those type of situations, because it's like, yo, you choosing to be offended by this, that don't mean I actually did something offensive, right? And it's kind of funny because I saw this post about gaslighting, and it was showing different examples of gaslighting, and I was thinking in my head like, that ain't that's not gaslighting. Like, you could choose to hear something or receive something as whatever you want to choose it as. That's why we all human, and that's why we all got basic human rights, because can't nobody force you at the end of the day to see something a certain way, you know. But at the same time, everybody else don't gotta accept your shit, your perspective. You know what I mean? And that's the conversation that we be having, or I feel like that needs to be had when we talk about addressing these transgender issues. Like, yo, you could feel how you want to feel, but that don't mean that the rest of us gotta accept that's the way you feel. If that's the case, you can start feeling your way to being able to do anything in this fucking world, because all I gotta do is say is, shit, I felt like it was right. I felt like this what it needed to be. I felt I could justify everything with a I felt. And that's that's bullshit, to keep it frank. But that's like childish. You would tell your child, you would reprogram that out of your child if you was a parent. Like, no, we can't have that. We gotta stop that. So it's mighty funny that we coming out here on a large scale in general society, and we trying to push certain elements that we wouldn't even allow within our own circles, in our own homes, within our own raising our own children. Like, a lot of everything about what I do and why I do it is dedicated around families and building solid foundations for families to raise better children, raise better humans, so we can um just move forward. I feel like in my version of what I feel like move forward is as a society, you know what I mean? Um I've already accepted the fact that I'm gonna die, right? Eventually. And with that, what do I want to do while I'm here? Has always been something that's been motivating for me. So all I can feel like I can do is give, right? If I know that I feel like I'm here and all I can do is give, that's all I'm trying to do is give in whatever capacity that is. And that's what I mean. And that's what motivates me to do this show, to do certain things, to be a life coach, to be a coach in general, to be uh trainer, personal trainer, nutritional coach. That's what inspires me to do all that because I know I can't take nothing with me in this life, right? So, in a sense, I can't be worried about offending people while I'm here. You know what I mean? I can't be worried about trying to please everybody. That don't mean I gotta be an asshole, but sometimes being an asshole is okay. Being an asshole is the person that actually makes shit move and makes shit happen because he refused to just roll over to please people, appease people. As much as I hate enabling people, I hate appeasing people as well. You know? So why did I label this offensive and low well? Because I just feel like as a black man, it's easy for us to get stereotyped, you know what I mean? And and not only stereotype, we only get highlighted in negativity. Like we rarely get highlighted in positivity. You know what I mean? We rarely get talked about collectively in positivity. Is more so just negative, 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 negative. And it gets a little overwhelming. I try to remind myself that we all got different perspectives, right? And we all got traumas and different experiences that's kind of impacting on how we view the world and how we see things and stuff like that, right? So I try to human be a human and empathize with everybody and understand like, yo, we all coming from different places, different experiences, so this could be the reason why. But at the same time, I do realize that a lot of people are just dysfunctional in their outlook and their perspective. And you know what I mean? I try to, to a certain degree, I try to be a source of reasoning, you know what I mean? A source of enlightenment. But at the same time, I gotta protect my energy. So if I'm met upon those certain type of energies or people who are above reproach, like I can't stand a person that's above reproach. If can't nobody say nothing to you that impact how you feel or change your disposition, then you probably an immature person and haven't reached a certain stage of maturity where you got enough openness to receive enlightenment from wherever it comes. Like I'm at that stage where like somebody can hit me with some reasoning and they can change and shape shift my mindset. So um that's what it is. But I just feel like as a black man, we catch this label and this stereotyping, right? And I feel like we kind of are always under attack by women, and women feel that way about men too. So I can understand that, right? It goes hand in hand, right? It does. But it's like for me, I feel like it's a voice always trying to tell men and masculinity or attack masculinity in general and trying to tell us how we should be. But then that same voice won't even address the fact that y'all got actual men, like actual men, that's claiming that they are women, right? They infringing upon what femininity is, and basically taking a claim and saying I can say I'm a woman. You know, whatever. Y'all accept that. Men don't accept that women can say that they a man. We laugh at them. We laugh at them if they say some shit like that. Like I'm a man. And knowing that they wasn't born a man, we laugh at them. They can never be accepted among the men. Right? That don't even it don't even work like that. They just be a cool chick who wanna be like a dude. No matter how much we respect them and may hang around them, we are always going to understand that they impersonating, that they perpetrating, that they not a man. We'll never accept them as being a man. But women, you know, y'all cool and casual with a lot of this stuff. And because y'all so cool and casual, y'all cool and casual with throwing around labels and attacking masculinity however y'all see fit, right? And it's like, how can you how can you be how can you be a person of such disdain for masculinity and men in general, right? That you always putting out this energy, you always putting out these messages, right? And then expect a positive, reflection from men in a general sense. You expect them to protect you in a general sense. You expect them to respect you in a general sense. How? How can you expect that? It don't make no sense, man. You pushing this person away all the time, but then you feel like when you need them, they supposed to have your back. That shit don't work, bro. That goes for a man too. If it's a man that's always complaining about women, women this, women that, women that, and he wondering why he can't find a good woman, it's probably because his energy reflect that. Like your energy don't attract a good woman, G. You don't deserve one. And a lot of people always feel like they got the viewpoint of feeling like they deserve something, you know? But it's always the people with the shifty and shittiest energies that be expecting positive results and positive outcomes from everywhere. It's delusional, frankly. If we just being frank, it's just simply delusional. And we gotta hold accountability to that. Like the delusion. I hold accountability on a case by case basis. I can't just hold a man accountable for something just in general. And that's what women be looking for. A, a, a woman who I respect highly to the highest regards. Like I feel like she a coach like me. You feel me? Like when I start building out my coaching business, she is a type of person who I got ideal in mind to come in and be a type of mindset coach on the side of me, right? She a goat, but she still can be wrong about her perspective. And that's how I feel about this. I could be wrong about my perspective. Even right now, the positions that I'm holding are are up for enlightenment. Like my position that I always take is I'm always up for enlightenment. My perspective can be so strong and so solid. I'm talking about 10 toes down on my square. And somebody can say something that shapeshift me because that's how open I am mentally. I gotta be open to a new perspective, to learning. If I'm not open to that, then I ain't open to growth. And growth is something that I always aspire to achieve. You know what I mean? So that's just me on a personal sense, right? But yeah, I just feel like masculinity is under attack from all angles everywhere. Uh we can't even talk about sports without having some femininity in there. And I'm not tripping about that. I'm just saying like I rather have the right voices and spaces instead of just putting, a certain person in charge just because like I kind of seen something about this where they was talking about the NFL and saying we need more black coaches, we need more black owners, we need more of this, right? And I agree we do need more, but I'm not for just putting people in position just because we want to reach a certain statistical number that showcases success. I'm more so about results, man, at the end of the day. You feel me? That's why I'm riding behind my coach is a white man when we talk about the Detroit Lions, but I love him for us. He's the guy. I wouldn't want to see the black man who they used to have, Jim Caldwell. I ain't even want him as the coach. So that goes to tell you right there, bro. But some people just want this because of that. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them people. I just feel like we got to be authentic in that. Um, so moving on, like in the spirit of holding men accountable, right? Because I feel like that's the spirit and energy of the day because this is a post that kind of hit me hard. And I feel like, you know, I see this a lot from women and they voicing they frustrations for men holding other men accountable, right? And I just feel like the way they presenting the idea of men holding other men accountable is presented in situations where I can't even hold a man accountable, right? Like the way men deal with holding men in accountability is we tell you how we feel, we let you decide whether you gonna agree with that or not. And if it's something that's to the level of I can't rock with you no more, then we not rocking with you. If it's something to the level of all right, I said how I felt, but he ain't gonna listen, he gonna do him, then I can't do nothing else from there. You know what I mean? It just depends on what it is. What that is, it's different for every man. Every man got their line, got their morals, got their values, just like every woman do. One man might can't be with a man who cheat, and another man might feel like that's a personal level issue that has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the people that he's dealing with in those situations. And they got to figure out how to maneuver that. Men, we just tend to have respect for other people's personal fucking business. All right. That's your personal fucking business. All right. Long as it don't transfer over to the aspect of where it's infringing on something that I believe in morally and value wise and belief wise, then I don't got nothing to say with it. So, for instance, right? I'm not gonna condone your cheating. I'm not gonna tell you, yeah, bro, you right about cheating. But at the same time, that's you and your woman shit. Now, if you putting your hands on your woman, nah, bro, we gotta address this shit. One, I'm not gonna let no woman get their hands put on them in front of my presence. That's not fucking happening. I wasn't raised that way. It wasn't cut like that. Period. I don't even let a woman open the door in my presence because that's how I was raised. But you know what I'm saying? It just has to happen. It has to occur. We'll hear about situations where a woman is getting abused by a man, and then one of her male friends find out, and she don't want him to find out because he gonna jump in protection mode. He gonna jump in hoorah mode, and she know this. And I'm not saying that whether that's right or wrong, but sometimes those situations can lead into even more serious situations. And I'm just going what I'm going to lead that into is another form of accountability, right? It was a post where a dude was saying 5 minutes of my life, you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't control myself for 5 minutes of my life changed forever. He said 1 minute he was getting into an argument with some dude. You feel me? It was 3 minutes of them fighting. And then it was 1 minute of him shooting. You feel me? And that got him 15 years. That's accountability. You feel me? Being able to look at your life and have accountability. Me personally, I'm somebody who done been locked up before. I've been to prison. You know what I mean? I got that track record. Nobody will know it. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, what that taught me was to be accountable in my life. Like that situation clearly, like I can take that back and pinpoint back is my life changed once I got locked up because what that forced me to do was start taking accountability for what I did, the choices I made, the positions I put myself in. So anything that go on in my life, the first person I ever look to as responsible is me. It ain't my mama. It ain't my daddy. My mom. I came up with a single mom. You feel me? And I still don't feel like it was my mama fault. It was my daddy fault. It was, you know what I'm saying? My daddy had his own situations and circumstances that I'm mature enough to realize. That don't mean that he off the hook. But what I'm saying is I can only hold him accountable up to a certain degree of what's been going on in my life. Then it's on me, baby. Period. And that's just how a real, how somebody solid, in my opinion, that's the type of perspective and dispositions we have. We don't look for blame. You feel what I'm saying? I don't look for that, bro. I just maneuver. I observe, I see what it is, and then I do what I gotta do at the end of the day. So in the spirit of holding folks accountable, right? You got Steve Harvey out here, man. A lot of people, a lot of dudes. The reason why you saw a lot of dudes reaching and wanting to take jabs at Steve when they heard the news, even though I haven't heard anything that's official, even though I have been hearing a lot of stuff that got to do with his wife that's just flaky and a lot of stuff like that, right? But dudes couldn't wait to hold that man accountable. You want to know why? Because A real dude where I feel like I'm just gonna say me. We know Steve is a jive ass nigga. Uncle Steve is so fucking jive. He's a sap ass, simp ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And you can see it if you observe the relationships in his life. You know, it reveals itself and reflects itself. Like, no disrespect to dude. He probably think he doing the right thing, but he doing a disservice to the community. A lot of guys like him do disservice to the community. Uh, when I was holding what's his name? Jackson. When I was holding dog, whatever Jackson, what's his name? Jackson, I can't remember. But whatever his name is, when we was holding dog accountable, y'all was defending the nigga. You know what I mean? And that's what I say all the time. It, Men warn women about other men that's manipulators and that's gonna manipulate them and do all type of stuff. We do that all the time, bro. And sometimes y'all just refuse to listen to us. You know what I mean? And that's just being honest, you know? That's just like it's just the thing about it is, ladies, y'all gotta protect yourself and watch yourself from these type of men. Like men know what to say to appeal to a woman, bro. All we gotta do is say the most appeasing thing, and we know y'all gonna be on our team. So it's a guy out there named Yada who do a lot of good work and stuff like that. I like a lot of the stuff he be on, but at the same time, when I first started seeing his messages, I was like, yeah, I rock with it. Then I started paying attention to it more, and I'm like, nah, dude is he master manipulating off of the aspect of I can say every man should be you ain't a man unless you providing for your woman, and he can say that, right? And he know that's gonna be the manipulating part that's gonna appease to the emotional side of women. Anybody that has any type of background in economics, me personally, I'm a few questions away from being a financial advisor, and I mean that literally. I went to go take a test 2 times to become a financial advisor. I'm like 5 to 7, 8 questions away from having my financial advisor's license. I just took it and put it on the back burner because I had some other priorities that I wanted to get taken care of first. And I realized the respect of the material that it covers to be. I was going to become a financial advisor, the type of advisor that can not only advise you on your finances, but also take your money and invest them for you. So I was going to have a dual broker and financial advisor, type of situation. I'm going to go back and I'm just going to do the financial advisor part and not do the investment broker part as well. Just because I feel like that'll lighten up the material and I'll be able to cover all that material. That's like a college course worth of material. Not to be sidetracked, right? But anybody who has any type of economical background, I got an A in economics in college, by the way, right? They teach you this literally. I learned this from my college economics class. They teach you about how inflation and pay wage and how all of this stuff work, and how when women entered the workforce, how that changed the landscape of economics and everything. So anybody who knows anything about economics know that it's entirely impossible for every man to be able to provide for every woman unless women would totally exclude themselves from the workforce. That's the only way that that would even be possible. And I doubt that as we're seeing as something that's progressive, women having the right to be able to work and earn a living wage, that's something that's seen as something progressive. I doubt that we are going to go back. So it's cute. That's all I can say to that guy and guys like that. It's cute. Y'all giving cute ideas that don't work in real life functional, a real life functioning society that doesn't work. All right. You can look at any other racial groups and you'll see that that's not what's happening because them days are over, dead and gone. When we talk about American economics and this society, that shit is over with. So anybody pushing the messages is somebody who I will warn you is a manipulator, a master manipulator. All right, a master manipulator, and they probably know that women, when we talk about building businesses, women are the spenders. Okay, so they probably know women gonna spend and buy these products. So if I appease to them, then they definitely gonna support me business wise, and that's gonna help me. So I would look at that person as a master manipulator. All right, and that's forewarning. But again, some of y'all gonna hear that message and feel like, hey, he hating. Oh well. That's all I can say. Oh well. You know what I mean? Oh well. And that's the reason why we got so much stuff that's out of whack. Like we got all these body positivity shit everywhere. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe in body positivity. Body positivity in me is having good health, having a body that supports having good health. That's body positivity. Not telling somebody who is underperforming in the area of health that it's okay. No, it's not okay. And you should want to do something about it. And I rather encourage people to do something about it. I rather change their environments. I rather do whatever we can to help people be better instead of making them feel better. You know what I mean? That's just real. You know? So Yada and Uncle Steve, they be on some bullshit. So then we gotta go into the spaces where it's not that serious, but we still got to talk about it and address it. But you got this Blueface and Krishan stuff, right? Yo, it's the most ignorant stuff because it's like I see people jumping out there picking sides for dysfunction. I'm on this side of dysfunction. I'm on that side of dysfunction. Somebody with some solid mental fortitude is gonna look at both of those people as rejects. All right. I guess y'all feel like because they famous, they not rejects. Bro, these people are rejects. Now, one person could just be manipulating the situation. Both could just be manipulating the situation. But if you looking at these people and you drawing some type of emotional responsibility or emotional uh relationship. I don't know what it is. They on my team. I don't know what to call it, bro. I be trying to keep it intellectual, but damn, man, at a certain level, it's just like, what the fuck, man? If you looking at that person, you saying I'm Team Krishan, I'm Team Blueface, man, you a fucking idiot. That's all I can say. Oh well, I'm sorry to offend you and call you an idiot, but you an idiot for getting yourself emotionally distraught and all caught up in some people lives that you don't even know. You don't even know them, man. I don't know Blueface. I don't know Krishan. I don't know them. How are y'all in celebration of a woman just having a baby and saying that her baby don't gotta be around the child's father? How are y'all rooting for that? Ain't nothing about that shit cute or high five ish. That shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? Until people start holding shit accountable in that type of space, that shit is whack. Um, Even the Kiki Palmer shit, like she played y'all. She had y'all everywhere doing all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was talking about her nigga. She need to leave her dude, and she right back with him. They hugged up together. He tatted on her ass. So yeah, played y'all, played y'all. You know what I mean? NBA young boy, his baby mama with Dejounte Murray from the Spurs, point guard. I mean, not from the Spurs. He played for the Hawks now. Uh, Guard. I won't call him a point guard because he's sharing guard responsibilities with Trey Young. But anyways, NBA young boy, baby mama with Dejounte, they show flip side pictures and they like, oh my God, I'm so happy for her. She doing so much better. I can just tell. You could tell she. What can you tell? A different lightings in a picture make her look like she living life so much better or something like that, or because she with an NBA player, she doing better. Like y'all are so sick and delusional, and y'all perception is just everywhere. It's just distorted, man. Irv Gotti, lame, extra lame. That's holding somebody accountable. You want me to hold somebody accountable? Irv Gotti, you a lame, bro. Like let Ashanti live her life. You know what I mean? Do her. Let me see what else. What else I want to go through. The last thing I'm gonna kind of go through real quick is just this whole looking for support type of thing, man. I feel like everybody be out here looking for support for what they doing and they be putting off the wrong type of energy and they be looking for support in the wrong places and spaces. You know what I mean? Like if you doing business and you looking for support for your friends and families, then your mindset is just totally wrong, man. You should be looking for support from your customers. Focus on your customer base. Focus on how to get more customers. Focus on how to provide a better product, a better service that appeals to your customers. And stop worrying about your friends and family. Not only that, stop putting expectations on them to be your biggest supporters, and stop reciprocating negative energy, distorted negative energy, I should say, towards them because they can't support or do something in the way that you would like, or deem positive or whatever like that. That's sucker shit to me, man. If I'm just being frank, bro, that's just straight sucker shit. Like, I'm a gym, I'm a I'm a personal trainer. I don't expect my friends and family to be my number one customers and support my business. I suspect, or I expect, or would hope, or I'm trying to appeal to the people who need my services, the people who are in need of transformation, health wise and fitness wise. Those are the people who I expect to support my business. Those are the people that I expect to appease and appeal to as a business owner, not my friends and families. I'm not thinking about what my friends and family want so I can get more of them in my business. No, that's not good business coaching. You know what I mean? I know a thing or two about finance and business. You know what I mean? And that's not good business practices whatsoever. So I just feel like people be looking for support and all of that in the wrong spaces and stuff like that, right? Um, what else we got? Yeah, like what's the point? So people be clout chasing and all that. They be bragging on the internet and all that, man. It just be like, what's the point, man? What you looking for, dog? What you trying to get out of here, man? You know what I mean? And people be looking for that what they deem as that distorted support. That's what people be looking for when they be boosting and bragging about what they doing, or whatever it is. They be looking for that, man. And it just stems from some emotional dysfunction, distortion that they having within themselves, that I would hope that they can address and have the self-awareness to kind of self-correct. Hopefully. uh I want to say, if you a dude, a man, who a black father in particular, who looking for a support, a space of support, I would recommend joining the Black Fathers group on Facebook. It's over 99,000 fathers in there. Them dudes is gonna hold you accountable. Don't go in there on no sucker with a sucker sob story thinking you just gonna get a sucker sob reaction from all the dudes, because you're not. You're gonna get held up to the highest standard of accountability in there. I just wanted to put that out there for any men that's probably listening to this and might need a space of support. Um, so I just wanted to put that out there. Uh, Lastly, I think we gonna end the show with just this question: what age were you when you started feeling like you wanted to give advice? You know, And I asked that question and saying, like, I'm reaching an age where I feel like my whole timeline, my whole social media is nothing but everybody dropping advice and giving advice, and I'm 33, about to turn 34, so I'm getting in my mid 30s. And I wonder, is like, mid 30s or early 30s, is that the age where we all just start feeling like we figured something out and we want to give back? And that's not the knock no one. That's not me knocking no one, because I'm that type of person myself. I'm giving advice on a daily and left and right and here and there, right? But I just want to know what what was it that kind of sparked it. I know for me, what sparked it for me was thinking about children. That's why I always say children are the foundation of everything that I'm trying to build, and families are the foundation of everything I'm trying to build. I started thinking about the type of adult that I wanted to be for my kids, the type of adult I wanted to be for other children looking at me, and it started to shape who I was, and it started making me want to help seek self-improvement within other people, so we can build each other up to a point to where we can be better for the kids. Like, we all are role models in some type of way, some non-direct type of way. And if you not um I don't want to say consciously, because if you don't have a kid, you might have less motivation to be subconsciously motivated to be a good role model, right? But that's the whole basis for all this is being better for our kids, building better communities and whatnot. Um, so as always, man, as I always say on this show, uh, we like to keep coming together. An open hand is nice, and you can do some damage with an open hand, but when you close it up and turn it to a fist and it get real solid, you really can do some damage with that. And that's what we try to do on here on this show, is keep coming together, bringing people together. And I feel like the only way you do that is by having dialogue first. So I just try to have a platform. I had the idea to have a platform to have open dialogue, and that's what this been. So I thank y'all for tuning in, listen to the show. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. I know I just said at the beginning of the show I was gonna stop doing that, and I am. But do that for me. Other than that, man, I hope y'all enjoy this show. Until the next time, it's been your man's Fresh. I'm out. The Fresh Show. The Fresh Show.